And it's Monday, y'all. And I hope everybody had a great weekend. And wow, what a great time of year. I'm pretty excited. Real estate wise, guys, I got Warren, Walled Lake, Chesterfield, Clinton Township coming up in the next 2 weeks. So if you're looking to buy, sell, give me a call. Market's starting to heat up. Pretty excited about that. Some good listings, though. So if you're looking to buy, now's the time. But we got a lot of cool stuff to talk about. And like always, let's bring on my boy, Jersey Fred. Jersey Fred, what is happening, my man? Good morning, sir.
Good morning, man. It was a good championship week. It was awesome.
It was. First off, happy
Great
St.
week.
Patrick's Day.
Yes, and being an Italian, that means a lot since St. Patrick was Italian.
There you go. See, I guess I didn't realize that. That's interesting. A little fun fact for me today. So, any plans for you guys? I mean, where are you eating some corn? Is corned beef a thing in Jersey?
Oh yeah, yes.
Okay.
I actually, we have the in-laws coming in today. We have
nice.
dinner in the city tonight.
Okay.
My sister-in-law is also coming into NYC. She's got some work to do, so she'll be in the city.
Nice.
So we're picking the in-laws up at the airport, then going to pick her up, having dinner probably in Little Italy tonight. Yeah, busy week, man.
So wait, so what you're saying right now is Pat's watching the pod from the plane.
I'm not sure they boarded yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They get in at like 3.
Oh, you got late.
So
you got
yeah.
You got time.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So, well, first off, I just got finished watching the playoff for the Players Championship. Rory obviously took away with it. 28th career win on St. Patrick's Day. You know, this is the second time he's won this, and this is the second time he's done it on St. Patrick's Day.
That's awesome.
That is pretty cool. Cool. However, I do want to make this note. I know Rory is a fan of the show, so I know he's listening. Rory, stop doing stupid shit. You're making it hard for us to root for you. Come on.
Agreed.
I don't know if you saw this, but on Wednesday, I believe it was Wednesday, practice round, getting ready for the Players Championship, Rory dumps one in the drink, and then a Texas player, college player, is on the sidelines and yells out to Rory, just like in the Masters in 2011. And he gets all bent out of shape and steals this kid's phone and starts scrolling through it, and I'm assuming would be like deleting the video.
Yeah, because we would have seen it.
Fred, it's a practice round.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
it's petty.
It's so petty. And first of all, it's a bad look for golfers because they're like, oh, golfers are so soft. Like,
yeah,
dude,
I mean, they are. But the thing is, if he laughed it off, it would have been so cool.
He could have played it so many different ways, but instead of being an absolute dick,
he could have literally laughed it off, took a selfie with the kid, and been a hero.
Yeah, absolutely, and it would have been everywhere. But instead, you want to be an arrogant prick and steal the kid's phone. Yeah. You know, and apparently, like, the kid's coach got involved and was like made him apologize. Like, fuck that. Come on, so ridiculous, Rory. Yeah. Just keep winning. You and I called it, Fred, from the beginning of the year that this could be his year. We thought, and this is 2 wins already, so he's on pace. But as far as like acting wise, come on, you can be better than this, Rory.
Better. And the sport needs a cool dude.
The sport definitely needs a cool dude because, in my opinion, all the cool dudes are playing for LIV.
Yeah,
you know, so. Whatever. I just, come on. That's just stupid. Very childish. But obviously, who gives a shit about golf?
Yeah.
We're in March Madness.
Yes.
We're in March Madness right now. We will talk golf soon because we have the Masters coming up.
Yeah.
But, you know, I heard a quote on my absolute favorite podcast, Pardon My Take, and he says, how do you say? He goes, when God made the calendar, he made February 2 days shorter to have more March.
Yes.
For basketball. Like, when I heard that, immediately pulled over, put it in the notes. Yes. Yes, I agree. Thursday it starts.
Well, we got a couple games tomorrow and Wednesday, the play-ins,
Right.
the first four,
which is interesting because there's a little
NC's in there.
controversy with the North Carolina situation.
Yeah, NC's
Right.
in it.
So, Tennessee, would you say Tennessee?
No, UNC, North Carolina's in. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I think that some people got screwed. Indiana, West Virginia. Why do you think North Carolina got the bid? Is it because they're North Carolina?
Yes, 100%.
Right.
I mean,
it's more of a media money thing. Your thoughts are?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, a ton of teams, SEC teams, made it.
Right.
I guess in the ACC, it was like, you know, I had a feeling that they were going to make it in the tourney, and I talked about with Jackson Spikes, and I'm like, do they just make the tourney because you know, like, yeah, and they had, you know, they won the one game, right? In the tournament, and I'm like, yeah, that put them in, like, you know, and now moving forward, I wouldn't want to play them necessarily. I don't know if they're going to go deep, but you know,
they have a pretty good team. I just didn't have a really good season, but the way they ended in the ACC tournament was terrible.
Yeah,
terrible. Like, not saying that they would have necessarily won that game, but they were damn close because he would have made that. He made that foul shot. But those of you who didn't see it,
lane violation.
I don't remember the last time I saw a lane violation. What?
Yeah. I've probably seen one or two this year during Seton Hall games, but like, I don't, never in that situation.
Right. To lose the game, essentially lose the game. And the kid was a fifth-year senior.
Yes.
You know, thank God they made it to the tournament because he can redeem himself. But if you had to end your fifth year at UNC of stepping on the line, that's almost as bad as somebody calling timeout in a Final Four. Oh, wait. That's bad too.
Yeah.
But, you know, obviously Michigan State, well, you know, elephant in the room, Fred. I heard you had to get more security around the compound there in Jersey. Michigan State fans were not happy with you after last week.
No, they weren't. And you know what? I never knew that they were that sensitive.
They are, Fred. They are.
And fragile. But as for security, no way. For Michigan State folks, are you crazy?
Okay.
Yeah. Dude, I'll put my goddamn address out there. Ain't no one coming here. They wouldn't. Michigan State people probably wouldn't last an hour in Jersey. So,
wow.
Yeah. So, I'm just, and let me address that real quick. Like I said, they may have not watched the entire video. I never once said I was a U of M guy. All I said was I thought that their tradition was corny. That's it. That's all I said. And and they got a little their panties are all bunched up and stuff like that. And it's cool. That's good. And it's a rivalry. Like, you know, so like but I didn't know that they were that sensitive.
They are. And you know what? Kudos to our editing team, our marketing team behind the scenes, clipping that out the way they did, because obviously it got a lot of attention. But to your point, Fred, if you watch the whole podcast, you clearly state I'm not partial to either team. I went to Seton Hall. I clearly stated that I'm a Michigan fan by marriage.
Yeah.
Due to the fact that my wife went there. But I'm a Ferris State Bulldog. And and you went to Seton Hall. So we have no skin in the game. Do I want to see Michigan? Yeah, for sure. Do I want to see Michigan State do good? Yeah, for sure. I want something to root for.
I believe in the podcast we were talking about that as well. I'm an Izzo guy. Like,
I'm an Izzo guy too. I'm an Izzo guy too, Fred.
I'm an Izzo fan. I'm a Michigan and Michigan State fan because I don't have skin in the game. So I would like to see, I would like to see them both do well. I don't, you know, but at the end of the day, do I think that kissing, licking, making out with the court is corny? Yes, I do.
And Fred, I believe the term you used was sucking off.
whatever, however you want to put it. That's I'm not even sure what they really do, but the hygiene behind it, I mean, is unbelievable. It just shows you that. And I'm going to say this, and they're probably going to get their panties bunched up again. Let me address these people now. First of all, as a Michigan State alum, if you're going to tell me you didn't want to go to Michigan, that's just a blatant lie. You didn't get into Michigan. You didn't.
You are now, you're going to need security, but I wholeheartedly agree with you. If you had an acceptance letter in your hand, U of M or Michigan State, you're going to U of M.
100%. And if you don't, then you're an idiot. Now, another thing, and Michigan State is probably a good little safety school. I don't know, academically. I did look up some numbers. Their acceptance rate is like 84%, dude. So another thing to the alum at Michigan State, you guys were like one bad grade in high school from ending up at Schoolcraft. So to try to compare yourselves to the U of M of the world, we're not comparing Harvard and Yale. We're comparing Harvard and University of Phoenix. Okay. So take it easy with the big brother, little brother thing. You're not even related. You're a cousin through marriage. Like you're not related firsthand. So like I'm in New Jersey. I'm not going to say that we're related to Princeton as Seton Hall. No, I won't say that. We're not in the same ballpark as Princeton. So you know what the acceptance rate of U of M is?
I was just going to ask you if you had that state.
17%. So again,
I think the writing's on the wall.
Stop it.
Yep.
But listen, support your school, whatever school that may be. But be glad you didn't end up at Schoolcraft.
One bad grade in high school away from going to Schoolcraft.
Really though.
Oh boy. Hold on, I gotta grab my bearings here. But with that being said, and look,
and only people from Michigan would understand that.
100%, 100%. And a majority of our audience, I know that we're starting to branch out into Jersey with you being on, and I got a lot of your buddies on the pod and like that are listening. But yes, only people from Michigan would know that reference. And big ups to the folks at Schoolcraft, by the way. We're for the Schoolcraft alum. But going forward, like there was a lot of cool games. In the championship, like obviously that was it Creighton UConn game where Creighton came down and just an awesome dunk, got everybody all fired up. UConn didn't like it, but I mean, Bobby Hurley's looking at the Creighton crowd and talking shit too. Like you had to have known that was coming.
Well, so like Danny Hurley,
or Danny Hurley, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So like they had the beef in Creighton when he was showing the rings, doing the 2 rings. Now at the end of the game, the other 2 days ago, he did call his team off. So it was a little, it was a little weird. Now listen, dude, again, this is the shit that happens when you're in these moments and stuff like that. I'm not going to say that UConn Creighton is a rivalry. I'm not going to say it's not though. So because the Big East is weak and like the rivalries create each year, right? Like now the Johnnies are the top, but the dude, I'm not really mad at the dude who dunked it. I'm not mad at UConn for getting mad.
No, I 100%.
It is what it is, dude. Like,
look, first of all, I can't dunk, but if I could have,
I would have. I definitely would,
for sure. And I would have responded the way UConn did, and that's the beauty of sports. That is the beauty of sports. That's why we love sports. right? That
Yes.
competitive nature, the whether you're licking the floor or you're not licking the floor, like that's what we want to do. Like we love it because of that. But then, on some other games, like Duke ended up winning the ACC tournament without their best player.
Yes.
Which I thought was impressive.
Very.
They got lucky-ish with UNC with the lane violation, which, we talked about that off camera, but that was a good game. It was a really good game.
Yes. And I thought I at one point I thought that Duke was going to end up beating them up. And I was like, this is crazy,
Well, if I'm not mistaken, weren't they up by like 11, 12, maybe even
at
20?
Least. Yeah. Yeah.
I think it was like 20. And I come back, it's close to, almost tied, and then we get into that whole lane violation situation. So they held their own. A lot of people are up in arms as to why UNC is on the in the bracket, but they're UNC.
Yeah. 100%. And I think that's the reason they're in is 100%. Because they're UNC. Now, yep. I think that if that was a tournament game, Cooper Flagg's playing.
That's a good point. I do too.
Yeah.
And I've read quite a bit over the weekend, obviously watched a ton of basketball. They're saying he may not play the first 2 games. What's your thought on that? Do you think that that's going to happen? Do you think that they're like, this is an important decision to make as far as, because you have to take into this. Let me say this first. Number one, you do understand that this kid's going to the NBA next year, right?
Yeah.
Number one. Number two,
first pick overall. Yes.
So you have to weigh both options. If you're his manager, you're his it's a thing. Like, does he play?
Well, I think he sits out game 1. And I don't even think he has to be honest. What's that?
He doesn't have to play that game.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
I also think that he can play that game. Like I said, I think he could have played the finals the other day.
Right.
If needed for a bid or something, if they were on the bubble, he's playing that game.
That makes sense.
He probably won't play in a 1/16 game.
Right. I don't even remember. I have my notes here. I don't even remember who does Duke play? Oh, I don't even know who this team is they play. And plus I have a horrible bracket I printed out. It's like AMER/MSM. So that's a play-in game, and whoever wins that. Okay. So I don't even know where these schools are. Obviously Michigan State tanked in the Big Ten championship. Wisconsin, do you think that's going to hinder them in the tournament? Do you think that's something that's going to fire them up? What's your thought on Michigan State? Where do you have them going in your brackets?
I do. I have Michigan State in the Final Four.
Okay.
I would love to see I think everybody was hoping for the Michigan State, Michigan Big Ten championship or,
Of course we were.
But that didn't come through. But they can meet now in the bracket.
Right.
I'm not sure that happens. But I do have Michigan State in the Final Four. My Final Four.
All right. I'm looking at Michigan State's bracket. It's not really tough.
He's got an Auburn game.
It's just Auburn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do have even being said, like I said, Michigan, married into Michigan, got to root for Michigan. If you're looking for a 3-team parlay first round, this is prize pick. Here's my 3-team parlay first round. I want you to pick, and people are not going to like this. Number 1, BYU.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's the number 1. Number 2, Creighton over Louisville, and the third that's going to kick this bet up is going to be UC San Diego beating Michigan in the first round.
Really?
I think that's going to be. I think that's going to be a thing.
Okay.
I
guess I wouldn't be surprised at anything, right? But I feel like, and I hate the way this looks on my bracket. I feel like I'm feeling the majority of the favorites, like in every round. Like in my bracket, and I hate to admit this, I have 3 1s in the final 4.
Yeah, I have 3 1s in the final 4 too. You know
I
what?
have the
I had Auburn. I think I'm going to change. I'm doing 3 brackets. I'm going to do 3
Yeah.
brackets. How many brackets are you going to do?
Oh, I mean, I'm on ESPN bracket. You could get up to 25. There's
Right.
a couple, I mean, but my one bracket, I have Houston, Duke, Florida, and Michigan State. And I think Michigan State loses to Florida, and they may beat Florida actually, but like I think Michigan State gets to the Final Four.
One of my brackets, I'm taking the Johnnies to the Final Four.
I would love that to happen. I just don't.
I think that would be awesome.
My problem with the Johnnies is this: being a Seton Hall guy, the Big East is weak. So winning the Big East is kind of weak. So and the record is crazy, right? It looks crazy, but I just think that like some of those middle of the road SEC teams would win the Big East. So that's why I'm like,
okay,
it's and that's my only thing. And I do hope that the Johnnies do well. Yeah. I want to see the Johnnies do well. I just don't think they played like
now. Is St. John's like a rival to Seton Hall? No. Who would be Seton Hall's rival?
Rutgers.
Like Rutgers?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it used to be bigger because when they were in the Big East, we would play them twice a year. Now they're not in the Big East, but we do play them once a year and we alternate location. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. And it's, to be honest, Brad, with the state of Seton Hall basketball, there's not really any big games.
No.
Unfortunately.
It was funny because I was watching Sports Talk last night and the local one, because I always, want to get some local takes because I watch a lot of national stuff. And Greg Campy was on there. And obviously, Greg Campy, the head coach of the Oakland Grizzlies, who did not make the tournament this year, had a
Golden Grizzlies.
Golden Grizzlies. Yeah. And I think I want to bring this up, number one, because he brought up the way that basketball is now. And he's like, I'm trying to hold my team together as best as I can because obviously they're bigger teams are picking right from his team. And then he says, I got to pay for the rest. It's like Christmas, right? I need the Oakland University alumni to step up and put some money into NIL and let's make this team great.
Yeah, I mean, I have the same problem at Seton Hall. I mean, the total budget at Seton Hall's basketball right now is 1.5 mil. And, there's kids getting paid 1.5, So now
I wonder what Oakland's NIL budget is.
I don't know. I mean, you might be able to find out if you do a little digging, but it's very minimal. Like my problem with I get alumni emails from Seton Hall asking for money all the time, and listen, my $50 ain't going to move the needle in getting you guys players. But I was a little upset because it's like they don't have an NIL department. And maybe Oakland doesn't either, but some of the big schools do. And Seton Hall was trying to pride themselves on, the integrity of the game and, and it's not about the athletes and this and that, but it is. Yeah, because that's what makes you your money.
Money into your school. You want people to show up. You got to win. You got to win flat out.
Yeah,
that's all.
Yeah. No one cares about the new library you built.
Right.
Absolutely. That's not bringing in money.
Right. Yeah. The library is definitely not bringing in money.
No.
So I'll tell you that the downside. Now I don't know what time Michigan State plays on Friday, but I do know this. The Michigan game is a 10 o'clock start on Thursday.
Okay.
That's terrible.
Why?
You know that because come on. You know
It's
all
terrible.
about it's about daytime watching basketball. That's the best part about like skipping out of work and going to watch basketball. Like I'm going to be at the Yard House in Troy. I'm going to be there at noon, but I like to have watched a Michigan or a Michigan State game in that afternoon. Instead, I got to wait till 10 o'clock. I will tell you this, Fred, I will not be up for that entire game. Unless it's crazy, and then maybe I'll have a coffee.
But that might be the third leg of your parlay.
It is. So if it is my third leg of my parlay that's getting ready to drop, chances are I'm going to rip some coffee and I'm staying up.
Yeah.
But if that game was just like the regular game, I'll catch it in the morning. That's late. That's too late for me on a school night.
Yeah, I love the late action too. I love the day action.
You're a night owl.
Yes. So I love the late action. So yeah, I mean it's going to be a great day. Thursday and Friday are going to be awesome. Saturday and Sunday, obviously.
Right.
But like you said, not school days, right?
Yeah.
But Thursday at noon, I mean, that's when it all goes down.
Yeah. So excited.
4 games, it gets crazy.
Yeah. Title Connect's putting on a party at the Yard House, so I'm going to be there right at noon. I think I got a cigar event after that. So I could end up at a cigar bar till late on Thursday now that I say that. So, okay, maybe I might do that. Sarah's not going to be totally excited when I come home at 12:30 smelling like cigars, but I did it for her team. Like that's what I'm going to tell her. Like in support of our love for Michigan, I did it for the team.
Yeah, I mean,
she'll get it.
Yeah,
she'll get it.
She might be out watching that game.
That's a negative there, Fred. Anything else you want to talk about before we jump off, man? Picking up the hog tomorrow. The motorcycle getting out. It's going to be 65.
Where do you keep it?
At Wolverine Harley. This is my first time keeping it off site. Get it out of the way for the winter. So Christian picked his up Saturday. I'm picking mine up tomorrow. So I'm excited about that. Weather's breaking. I'm ready to ride. Maybe I take a trip to Jersey on the bike. We've talked about it.
Yeah, a couple stops. It's not terrible, dude.
Just long ride.
Yeah, but it's not, I mean, you go to Sturgis every year.
I do not go to Sturgis every year. I wish I did, though. That would be so much fun. So much fun. All right, Fred. Again, great talking to you. Next Monday is going to be even better because we're going to have a lot to talk about. But have fun with the in-laws. Have fun in Little Italy. I'm jealous. I'm not going to lie. Love Jersey food. You know that. But you guys have a great time. Take care, brother.
Yep. I'll be in touch. Peace out.
Man.